Alright, it's first morning in Maine. Got here last night. Just a little too dark to do anything with, but hopefully did some investigation via aerial maps, and hopefully I picked a good spot. And turkeys want to gobble. Got a bird out in the field. It's on public. The top side of it, real green and grassy where I'm at. Real thick blueberries. He's got a hen, he's out there strutting. There's enough pine trees and stuff, I think I can get a little bit closer. I mean, he's probably 150 yards away right now. Maybe even more. If I can get to that green, come in a little easier than coming through this blueberry shit. I'm gonna leave the camera here. Try to get a little closer. That is a gorgeous Maine longbeard. I can't begin to tell you how blessed I am for every situation that comes across in my life, outside of turkey hunting as well. I'm not just limited to this by any stroke of the imagination, but man, I've got some luck sometimes. First day in Maine, first thing, I didn't hear anything, didn't hear gobble. Moved to a different spot. When I was there, I had a hen answer me a couple different times, but she'd answer me twice and then kind of go about her business, wouldn't come in. Then I moved on to the third spot, and I'm walking out. There's what looks to be a field on the map, and it's hard to tell what it actually is, but I'm heading out in that direction, and the sun came out nice, and I heard a bird gobble, and it's real far away. So I slipped through the woods, and at one point I got him to answer a few times, but I knew he'd be out in that field and not wanting to come up through the thick-ass woods. And I kept easing down closer to the edge, closer to the edge. And when I get down to the edge, I can see for about 300 yards is pine trees scattered with blueberry shrubs and some more pine shrubs that I don't know what they are. But it's just real low and real thick. You can see plain as day through it, but on the other side of it is gorgeous green field that a turkey can just strut out in all day and completely protected. And I can't cross this to get over to him. I thought about making a really, really long circle, but you know, I've done that too many times before, and then by the time you get there, it's gone. You don't know where he is, or it comes back to where you've been. So I was staring at it for a while, and I tried to call him through it, and it just wasn't happening. He had a couple hens. Actually, there were 2 toms, which is awesome because it gives me something to come back to. And I'm excited about that. Might save it for the morning. But yeah, he's out there strutting his stuff, and he had like 4 hens. And I started crawling. I was like, I got to get over to that green, and then if I get adjacent to him, hopefully I'll be able to call him down. And I started crawling, and I didn't realize how wet this bottom is. I mean, it's a swamp, and it's chock full of blueberries, and it's thick, and it's hard to move through it without making too much sound. But luckily we got a little bit of breeze, covered me a lot, and I just kept marching, and eventually got to where I kept peeking up, and I'd see him, and I'd duck back down and crawl a little more, and peek up and crawl a little more, and I got within range of him. And at one time when I peeked up, he had his head up for too long, and I decided that was the time. So I raised the gun and touched her off, and man, he dropped like a sack of bricks. Unfortunately, I don't think the Tacticam picked it up, because when I got over to him, the Tacticam was off, which usually means that file cut off and is corrupt now, so it's not going to work. But hopefully it's there. But I got a little bit of the crawl, I think, just to demonstrate how soaking ass wet I got. But I mean, that's not how I typically like to kill birds, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I would much prefer to call him in. But this dude is a stud. Got a nice beard. But look at these. Look at those. That's a good bird. And Maine makes state number 15 for me. And that'll be the last date of the season, obviously. There's a hen. Scattered them up, they're a little lost. But just to show you what I was looking at. Somewhere out there is a hen. And he's out in that pretty green grass. Actually, he was over on there, but there's a brush in the way. And all in between there is this crap blueberry shrub. That was a lot of work, and it took a long time. I don't know what time I started on them, but probably took every bit of 2 hours. Well, hopefully, or luckily, pretty much stayed in the same spot. The other bird actually worked off into the woods, but I might have to come back and try to kill him. But I don't think I'm going to push my luck right at the moment, being that it's lunchtime. I'm going to get him back and get him checked in and registered and all that. But man, I love it. Every second of it.